Epictalez back in the building. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and hit the bell notification so that anytime I release a video you'll know about it. The first time I saw this tag, it was on this guy's channel. I was like, yeah, this is something I have to get in on. I love the questions, I love his answers as well. You guys should check out his video. So let's start with the first question, the switch up. For the switch up, I wanted to see how the dynamics would change if Samurai Jack and Afro Samurai switch worlds. Can you imagine the devastation that the Afro Samurai will do to Aku? Oh my god, it's going to be legendary. Imagine a Samurai Jack where every time he cuts, someone bleeds. I would love to watch that. Whether it's Afro Samurai in Samurai Jack's world or Samurai Jack in Afro Samurai's world, like I feel like it's just like a recipe for a bloody story. Hey guys, so this is an alternate universe. In this alternate universe, I kind of had different opinions on which universes should collide. The switch up, I'm going to twist it a little bit. Instead of protagonist, antagonist. So which antagonist will I like to see swap? Guys, the Joker and Johan. Everybody knows the Joker, but not everybody knows Johan from Monsters. Let me show you how they explain his origin story. Check this out.
Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a nameless monster. The monster was dying to have a name, so it made up its mind and set out on a journey to look for one. But the world was such a very large place, so the monster split in two and went on two separate journeys. One went east and the other headed west. The one who went east came upon a village. There was a blacksmith that lived at the entrance of the village.
Master Blacksmith, please give me your name,
said the monster. I can't give you my name, replied the blacksmith.
If you give me your name, I will jump into your stomach and make you strong in return.
Really? You'll make me stronger? Okay, you can have my name. The monster jumped into the blacksmith's stomach and became Otto the blacksmith. Otto was the strongest man in the town, but one day he said,
Look at me, the monster inside has grown this large.
The hungry monster ate Otto from the inside. Munch, munch, chomp, chomp, bubble, gobble, gob. Once again, the monster was without a name, so he went to a castle to look for a nice name. He came up on a very sick prince within the castle.
If you give me your name, I will make you strong,
said the monster.
If you can help me healthy and strong, I will give you my name.
So the monster jumped right into the young prince, and the prince became full of vigor. The king was overjoyed. He announced,
The prince is healthy. The prince is strong.
The monster became quite fond of the prince's name. He even liked living in the royal castle, so he subdued his ravenous hunger day after day. The hunger became too great and the monster lost control.
Look at me! The monster within has grown this big.
The boy devoured the king and all his servants. Munch, munch, chomp, chomp, gobble, gobble, gulp. The castle was lonely now with everyone gone, so the boy left on a journey. He walked and walked for days. One day, he came upon the monster who had gone west.
I have a name, and it's a wondrous one.
The monster who went west replied,
Who needs a name? I am perfectly happy without one. After all, it is all that we are. Nameless monsters.
The boy ate up the monster. At last, he had found a name, but there was no one to ever call it again. Ashamed, Johan was such a wonderful name.
Guys, that is how they explain this guy's evil. This guy is as evil as they get. This guy is so evil, he can talk Tony Robbins into suicide. He is so evil. Before he puts the child from a roof, he told him if you survived the fall, then it was your destiny to live. This guy, too evil for the Nazis. That's like how evil this guy is. It's almost comical, to be honest. Now, I would like to see what would change if he was swapped with the Joker. Why? The Joker's kind of villainy is just chaos, chaos, chaos. He plays chaos like a conductor to an orchestra. I want to see what to be different if him and Johan switch worlds, because Johan, I believe, is just as chaotic, but his control and direction of the chaos is just wicked. The both of them, I would say, are nihilist, but let me know what you think down in the comments. The second one, V, is for Villany. Choose a villain you would like to see get their own story. Guys, when I thought about this, there was only one answer: the king. The king in Hunter x Hunter. Hunter, who cares? That guy's arrogance was just... I love the way the mangaka expressed his arrogance through dialogue and action, but then to be brought down by like to be humbled by the way brought that guy down. I feel like a story of like where he could have gotten if he lived longer than... How long was the duration between when he was born and when he died? I would like to see that extended over, like, imagine like a trilogy of this guy's story. That would be dope. The adaptation. Choose a character you would like to see novelized. Guys, there's only one choice for this, and his name is Guts. If Guts was being novelized, I want nothing less than 100,000 word book, and I will read every page of it. Guts' story is deep as... I'm not going to swear on this channel, but Guts' story is deep. His character development and what he stands for, and his quest for revenge, because damn, he was done dirty. I would love like a thick book where they just break down his character. Anyone who has watched Berserk will know exactly what I'm talking about. Griffith from Berserker. I would love to see Johan write a novel about Griffith, and I want to see what the inner monologue was like when it was the eclipse, when he was seduced, and when he did what he did. For those who have read Berserker, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I want Joe Abercrombie to write the inner monologue of him as he processes the information of what is going around him in contrast to how everybody else views it. I think that would be brilliant. The crossover. Choose two different universes you would like to see crossover. Guys, can you imagine Naruto interwoven with Berserk? I want to see how Naruto's self-righteous rainbow, unicorn, duckling, kitten, puppies, like nonsense, whatever you want to call it. I want to see how Naruto's character would develop if his world was just like crossed over with the world in Berserk that's full of disgusting creatures and just like guts and just blood and just like, it makes you want to shiver. Ooh, I love it. I love it. You need to read Berserk. It's such a good story. Like, shout out to Kentaro. That guy was such a writer. I was too young to be reading Berserk when I started reading Berserk. It's a story, right, that influenced me so much. But yeah, I want to see how Naruto, with all his nonsense, would interpret that world. I want to see Naruto develop into a lawful good villain. I think that would be very fun. I might like him again. I feel like that is what will happen if Naruto crosses over to that world. Tonal Shift. Choose a story to give a different tone or a different genre to. Someone please read this book and tell me what type of fantasy it is, because when I listen to it or I read it, I'm imagining the fights like I would imagine anime. If you're an anime fan and you like reading fantasy books, read The Traveler's Gate. Will White is a hell of a writer, and the way he describes his battle scenes, like I imagine anime characters doing that kind of stuff. I would like to see that take a grim dark tone. I want to see like those scenes described more graphically. I've been telling everyone, read Traveler's Gate, read Traveler's Gate. You'll still not read it. Okay, fine. I'm telling you, it's a dope book. It's all fun, and it has to be the greatest palette cleanser of all time. And I say that with respect because palette cleanser books are necessary. I've read this book over and over again, and it's just fun to read every time. It is not overly complicated. The characters are good. There's a twist on all the classic fantasy tropes, and it was his first book too. And I thought like he was really creative with it. Read The Traveler's Gate. It's a fun book to read. It's not complicated. The prose isn't the greatest, but it's a good story. It is a good story. It was his first story too, so highly recommend. Check out The Traveler's Gate. Just because I've been twisting things this whole time, I'm going to add another question. If I tag you, you can do this or you cannot do this. This is just something I thought would be interesting. Evil versus arguably worse. This question is basically villain versus villain, anti-hero versus anti-hero, or anti-hero versus villain. Like, what clash do you think would be best? Guys, I go for Aizen in Bleach and Satoru Gojo. I want the both of them to interact, and I want to see who establishes themselves as the dominant alpha. Anyone who knows Jujutsu Kaisen knows that Gojo is an absolute beast, and anyone who knows Bleach knows that Aizen is like a straight up badass villain. Both of them are very, very dominant characters, and both of them are also powerful. I like to see if Aizen's Shikai works for Gojo's 6 eyes. Like, I feel like that battle would be very intriguing. And if they were just to have like an all-out battle, like, who would win? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Now I'm going to be tagging people, and I'm going to start with Katja from Read, Write, Create. The first video that I watched from her, she was reviewing a Nigerian fantasy book. I'm Nigerian. Watching her review it and watching her enjoy it made me feel very appreciated. She has such a diverse range of reading. Like, she reads like very, very interesting stuff. So I recommend everyone to check out her channel. And yeah, I tag you, Katja. Please forgive me if I butchered your name. Another YouTuber I'd love to see their own version of this tag is Neller. I recently discovered this guy. He has really good energy, and he's also a writer as well. You know, like, I want to see what his interpretation of this tag would be. I think to be really interesting. You all should check out his channel. He's a lot of fun. He's charismatic, and I really enjoy his content. So check him out. And Josh, I'll see your version of this tag. So guys, this next person I'm going to tag, I can't tag them first without saying his story. So after I graduated from university, you know, when life got real, I stopped reading books for about a year and a half. And then I kind of discovered reading again when I stumbled onto this booktuber's channel. Just the way he spoke about grimdark, it reignited the fire in me to keep reading. I'm talking about Slowly Read. Yes, this guy's channel is so dope. Slowly Read, I love your channel. If you can do a version of this that is just purely grimdark, where terrible characters living in terrible universes collide with other terrible characters living in terrible universes, I would love it. I would actually read every book you recommend that I haven't read yet. I know this is a long shot, but if you do it, I would really, really love to watch that video. Final thoughts. What do you think about the lighting, red or green? The position of the lighting in this video is different. Let me know if you prefer it down in the comment below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Read Cradle of Chaos. Join the Discord. Yeah guys, I have a TikTok. Check it out. Stay epic and peace.
Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!